It's an extremely busy day here at the Magic Kingdom, where we're going to be talking about an attraction here that no longer exists. Attractions come and go, you know. Let's take a closer look. As you can see down Main Street, USA, it is a slammed-packed day here, President's Day at the Magic Kingdom. But we're going to go travel down to the hub of Magic Kingdom and talk about the Swan Boats. Do you remember them? And in 1973, Magic Kingdom received a new attraction here, the Swan Boats. There they are, right there. You can see the swan and the crown. The driver of the boat, the co-captain here, and the way the benches were, it's like a Jungle Cruise almost. And there is the dragon that's always been here at Magic Kingdom. We're going to talk about that attraction. 1973, the same year that Pirates of the Caribbean opened. Now, when Magic Kingdom first opened in 1971, they had ticket books for each attraction that you could do here. The Swan Boats, which took place right over here in the river, the little, waterway around Cinderella Castle, was a D ticket attraction. D ticket. You had A through E, E being the highest attraction. This was a D ticket, so it was kind of sought after. And on May 20th, 1973, the Swan Boats officially opened. Now this hub area has completely changed, but you can see in the photograph the cast member standing there in front of the entrance. And this is sort of kind of where that area is now. And as you step to the right over here is the only thing that remains from the platform, the dock, if you will, right back over here. And you can see in this photograph exactly where it sat. Straight ahead, right there. That was it. That's where they all sat. And they all had really cool, different names. Sort of like Jungle Cruise has their own, names for their boats. They had such names as Tiger Lily, Tinkerbell, Flora, Fauna, Merriweather, Katrina. Just to name a few. I wonder if it was Katrina Van Tassel. The Plaza Swan Boats location. Right there. Let's talk more about it and match up some more photos. Now at the beginning, they had 12 of these boats. Then over time, the system basically failed, which I think is why it closed in 83, quietly, August of 83. But for a while, you could come down here, get on a boat, a swan boat. It would take off down the canal here, under this bridge, go all the way around Crystal Palace, into Adventureland, back around underneath Cinderella Castle, well, the bridge, the drawbridge, and back around right here. It's true. It really happened. This is basically the closest I can get to where those boats used to sit. You can see the captain on the swan boat there in the Tomorrowland building in the back, Cosmic Rays. And you can see in this photograph, this little grassy knoll over here used to be a lot more grassier, and you can see a side profile of the swan boat. Now the only kind of fowl, I guess, you're gonna get out here are these ducks, an occasional bird. Haven't really seen a swan out here, but who's to say there never, is a swan? I've never seen one. Have you? And if you see this building style here, the way the roof line is, that's sort of exactly the same way that the Swan, the Plaza Swan Boats dock was. And you had to get down there through here. Later that turned into a smoking area. But we're gonna follow the track here and match up a few photos and try and see if we can match it up to where you guys can sorta, kinda experience the attraction. Well, they won't let you in here. for some strange reason. So this is like the closest I can get to this angle. You can see the bridge, you can see the dragon and the castle, and you can see the swan, the Plaza Swan Boat, going by on its venture, on its journey. What a way, man. It's like, you know, there were so many different ways of transportation here back in the day. The Skyway, People Mover, which we still have, the swan boats, all the Main Street vehicles. And this is what it looks like current day. A lot has changed, you know, in this area. They've redone the entire hub there. But we're gonna continue around and match up some photos the best we can. This is gonna be fun. I'm excited because I've always wanted to do this video and I've always wanted to talk about these vehicles. I would love someone to like make a little mini model of them. Now the waterway goes underneath. Now it comes out around this way here. And the boat would continue under this bridge area, passing by Crystal Palace, down into Adventureland, big circle around. And we're gonna match up a few shots over here, including one with Crystal Palace. So you can see the swan boat right down here. Now, the reason this is interesting to me is because it's facing to the left when it should be going to the right. All the videos that I've seen, it's constantly going, you know, clockwise to the right of the screen. It's going to the left. What do you guys think about that? Was that a publicity photo for a postcard, or what do you think? And this is like the closest I can get looking through the front of the swan boat. You can see the Crystal Palace restaurant. That's what it would have looked like as a guest on the boat. Pretty cool, right? By the way, I'll put a link to these down below so you guys can watch these full videos. So the swan boat would technically continue in this direction. And we're gonna get a shot over here of the boat in Cinderella Castle in the background. And once again, this is like the closest I can get since they've redone the hub. But you can see the castle in the background and the grassy knoll around where the Plaza Swan Boats. I love that name. You can see it going by. That's pretty cool. You can probably look out the Crystal Palace restaurant where you're eating and see the boats. You know, what a way to relax. Like, I would do that. It's like the People Mover. It's one of those things you just get on to kill some time. And then your swan boat would continue straight into Adventureland. And man, I bet that is beautiful down there. I've always wanted to venture down into there, you know? You can see a few things from the Swiss Family Robinson, but not on the swan boat anymore. All right, let's venture into Adventureland. See, if you were sitting in the Crystal Palace, you could look outside, see swan boats going by, the Tinkerbell, the Tiger Lily. You cannot tell me it wouldn't still be cool to go down there in a swan boat. And any reason to come on the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse, I'm doing it. Now I wonder where the boat went. Like if it split, you know, did it go this way or did it come straight forward on here? That's where it gets interesting. I figured it out. So you would continue straight, go around Swiss Family, and it would come around here. And the reason I can tell is because of a photograph I have that includes this rope and that bridge, and I believe it was down here in this area. You can see that swan boat coming back towards this way, which is how it went back towards Cinderella Castle. But before we get here, there's one other spot that I found. You can see the enchanted tiki room right behind it. Now obviously this rope and knot has changed, but this right back here, it's sort of an X, but it's being blocked by that tree. But in the photograph, you can see the logs making the X on the bridge. And this is where I'm talking about sort of the angle. They were down here in the water on the boat, obviously, but this is the same track area that you can see in the photograph. See the enchanted tiki room in the distance. Pretty cool, right? This is where I'm talking about, where the boat would be coming around, come around that bend there, and it would continue forward and go right underneath us here on the bridge, which is the exit to the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse. And X marks the spot where the photographer was looking at earlier. We were standing on that bridge looking here, and the Plaza Swan Boat would have been going in that direction back towards Cinderella Castle, and that's where we're headed. Here's a closer look at the roundabout that it would come around here, around the bend. And where those bubbling waters are, that was the track, and it went straight down that way. Not to be redundant, just wanted to show you guys from a different angle. So if you've ever been curious what was here, that's what used to come around. Wouldn't that be cool to see the swan boat still like come around? It's neat. And right here, that's Club 33, by the way. Right here is where the boat would come back around, go underneath this bridge here, and heading back towards Cinderella Castle. I have a few photographs from this area. We're gonna go match up all the way back where we started, near Tomorrowland. Now this is the closest I can get, as I always say, but just pay attention to right here where it curves. This canal has changed quite a bit since they did the refurb a couple of years ago, but you can see Fantasyland there, the bottom of Cinderella Castle. And they used to have these trees here that like look like something out of like The Little Mermaid, where the stork type birds pull back. I don't know, it always looks like a lagoon, but they used to have trees like that. You can see it in this photo too. But the boat would continue and then go underneath the bridge in front of Cinderella Castle. Now I do not have a photograph of the swan boat going under the bridge in this direction. However, I do have one on the opposite direction. I will say, riding in that swan boat was probably really cool, being that low to the ground, you know, and then looking up at the castle and the views you probably got down there on that level. Plus, you got to kind of understand how this utilidor system works too, because that's pretty much ground level there. And it would continue under that bridge as well towards Tomorrowland. Yeah, next to Cinderella's wishing well here. It's like the closest we're going to get to the angle. Well, maybe not. Maybe if I go over to that bridge, it'll work out. Not that it's a big deal, but it kind of is to me. I want to make sure I get this grassy little turn here. And I think the photograph was taken from that bridge. So let's go over and match it up. The swan boat coming under the bridge. By the way, normally I would have just deleted this and went over to the bridge right there, but I wanted to show you guys some behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, this is pretty much it. You can see two swan boats going under the bridge there. The little bend to the left and Cinderella Castle. I guess those boats were kind of just, you know, all over. I mean, they had 12 when they first started. Then I think it went down to 5. I wonder how many they had on the water at one time. We're almost done. And the boat would continue straight ahead and park right over here. And that's where the dock was. There's a photograph that was taken down kind of looking back towards this area. You can see Donald Duck, Cinderella, Snow White sitting in there, and a few other characters. It's pretty cool. This place used to kind of be the Wild West with a few of the characters. I wish we could get down there, but they have completely changed this hub. No longer have access to the ground down there. But we did it. The full ride. So if you ever wondered what was down there, well, now you know. Now you can't see the swan boat on this, but this is from the video footage of the swan boat, but I wanted to show you guys how much Tomorrowland has changed. This is the angle that we're looking at right now. This is what it would have looked like as a bystander would have been standing over here watching someone on the boat go by in Tomorrowland. It really is like looking in the past, but we're in the future. And this little dragon, you've seen some changes around here, my friend. So the next time you're here, now you know what the heck used to be right in front of Cinderella Castle where that water is. And yes, they did have boats down there. And if you're into forgotten history, I've done a few videos in the past, including one of the orange bird here. So if you want to check that out, I'm going to share a playlist. Check them out. Before I leave, I wanted to look at this old Switzerland and Robinson poster. And look, there's a Jungle Cruise boat there, an old one. I wonder if they ever had swan boats on this poster and they removed them. And I know they had a Swan Boats poster for sure, but just had to throw this in the video. And I hope you guys enjoyed this historical documentation of the Swan Boats here at the Magic Kingdom. This was a lot of fun, Magic Kingdom. You're a busy one for President's Day. Well, with that, our day is done. We came, we saw, we took care of business here today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you on the next episode. If you did ever get to ride the Plaza Swan Boats, comment below, let me know your experience. I love this forgotten attraction. Let's keep its spirit alive. I'm gonna be doing a lot of episodes like this in the near future too. So till then, thanks for being my friend, and I will see you on the next episode. Till then, stay weird. Goodbye.